Okay, Eric, Kevin Dye Painting. Very cool. I've never even been back here, and I paint hundreds of houses in Arnold, and I've never been back this back row. This is awesome. So anyway, I'll go through what we do. It is definitely in need of some paint, but you knew this. Pressure wash the house, first off and foremost. All that black stuff up there is bleach. Or is mold. It will need to be bleached off. All lights are removed. When we paint a house, we caulk in everything. We make it a point to seal the actual property up. I mean, longevity is the key in this business. It's not cheap to do. So I'm not sure if this door was going to be replaced. You can let me know about that as we go. I'm just going to do the house, and then I'll walk back, and we'll walk back over and talk about the deck. So again, pressure wash, nothing like we haven't seen, but definitely something we get in, we hit it, and we knock it out. All this stuff like that line and that line, the butt joints are all caulked in. Okay, underneath here, it looks like it was actually done at one point with a different stain. Not sure what that's about. Looks like they did half of it, maybe got tired. I would suggest that we restain that. I use oil-based exterior stains. I do not use water based stuff. I use the best that we can get our hands on, which is either Duxback or Armstrong. Front door looks pretty good, but if we were to do it, I would just go ahead and throw in a coat of varnish, just because it really it makes them look nice. So under here, a lot of mold to get rid of. That's called dot mold. I don't know if my camera's picking it up. Little dots. Just from water. Once we clean it all off with bleach and we get rid of it, it does it works wonders. All right, so let's walk down here. It is a big house. Not sure about the whole scaffolding thing. We do big houses for a living. We prefer them. We spend a lot of time in the air. Outside of here, bleached. All that blackness needs to be bleached off. Obviously everything under here, I would I don't know, I think you'd probably get away with not having to stain underneath, but it all depends on what the back looks like. Because if this is you know, a lot of times people will have a stain underneath just because of the fact that it you know, it gives you longevity, because that water comes through. And if you don't want to replace your deck, which is far more expensive than having us stain it, so that is what it is. Okay, big side. A lot of woodpecker issues here. What we do is we drill a hole like drywall. We drill a hole in the wall that's a perfect circle with a big hole saw, about 5-inch hole saw. And then we take a piece of T111 siding, which emulates this, and we cut the new hole out of our T111 and we put it back in as a plug. And that plug, we could get rid of all these plates. We could fix all that stuff. This is some height. This is a big house. There is some height. All lights, like I said, come off the building. Everything will be caulked in over here as well. This is definitely going to take some paint, and that's okay though. Remember, you said there was a deck in the back that was going to be replaced. That is awesome too. Okay, so underneath, I think it might have been the top deck, but I'll ask you whether. A lot of areas. So this was a big deal. They were saying this isn't that big of a deal. We will have to set up some work planks that cut across, but again, not that big of a deal for us. We do houses like this all the time, and probably being so is that people don't want to do them, so we get the bids. Yeah, the high side. When we pressure wash, we get rid of all the mold, like that guy, on the house, even the stem walls, everything. We also kind of trench the dirt back a little bit so that when we paint, we get an even edge. I can't see exactly what's going to be going on up there, but what I can see, I guess, I'll talk to you tonight when I give you a call, but I guess one of those decks are going to be replaced. Underneath of the new one will probably have to be stained. So I'll just probably set it up where we stain underneath all of the decks. I'll just give you the price, and if we can go from there, a la carte type of thing. all the decks I bleach out. I like to bleach them, and then I like to get in and we get rid of the black, and then we use the oil-based stain, and it's a big transformation. High side over here, couple woodpecker holes. Looks like there's something going on up there. Might be woodpecker holes. Again, all those are replaced. This one is going to be a tough house. It is on a hill and it's got some high walls, but we have everything we need for it. It would just take us a little longer than most houses, but we take our time when we're up on high stuff like that because we're not charging you by the hour, we charge you by the job. I don't see this being more than 7 to 10 days. Once we get on a job, we do that job only. We do not go from one job and one day here. We like to hit it and finish it and get paid. I'd suggest we paint this in. It would look a lot better. Again, with the oil-based stain on the decks. I wonder if I should go over the top. Take a look. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. I'm sure pretty standard. Okay, so I have some creakers. We sink new screws where need be, and then we bleach and we restain with oil-based stain. And yeah, that's an interesting line. I see this house in, you know, you were saying like a tannish or a taupe. I see this house in cargo. So it's a Kelly Moore color. The way it sits back in here, you could camouflage it really nice, and it would look very nice with it. It's like a tannish brown clay looking color, and basically and then maybe a dark trim, a dark wood, a dark brown trim. That would be nice as well. So you kind of get an idea what we do. We do full paint jobs. We don't really screw around. We get in there and we try to do everything the right way. We don't cut corners. We don't thin our paints. We don't thin our stains. We try to do 10-year paint jobs. So we probably on this one, like I said, 5 to 10 days. It's definitely going to be a big house, but I would love to get this job because I like stuff like this. I like turning a house like this, which is so far the coolest house we've seen all month. I love turning houses like this into mansions because, man, we can make this look nice. All that up there, pressure washed off, obviously. All that one by caulked in. Yeah, so that's pretty much what we do. I'll go ahead and kind of give you a call and write up a rough estimate on where I think we're at, and then or I might call you first and we'll go from there. Forgive me if I'm rambling a little bit on this video. This is the third one of these, and yeah, I started at 6 and it's about 6 o'clock right now, so I'm about a 12-hour day, but make hay while the sun shines. Again, Kevin Dye Painting, thank you very much for your time, and yeah, we'll talk soon.